I'm Young-in Hong. I'm a visual artist working in various mediums, but recently textile has become key medium I've been working with. Title of the exhibition is 5 Acts. It's a new commission for Spike Island. So when I learned about tapestry, I was really intrigued by the fact that the work was recording a specific historical event. So I was always wanted to make a work in response to tapestry, and it was so exciting that finally I was able to do it. So it's a long form of tapestry, but it's based on my ongoing research. And so this machine sewing in let's say 60s and 70s, 80s Korea was very low paid labor, and lots of women working in factory, their labor was exploited in many different levels. I was able to read finally about their narratives in 2022 when Shin Soo-nae, who's appearing in the last tapestry, number 8, she wrote about her own story when she was a factory worker when she was 13 years old. I wanted to produce this installation more as a kinds of abstract and symbolic narratives, so that the audience as well as performers who are responding to this tapestry could actually investigate their own ways of responding to these pictures. Performance was firstly began in my practice by being inspired by flash mob, and I was interested in the fact that these voluntary participants come and express something collectively and disappear from the public space. The 5 acts of the performance is trying to reinterpret probably very unfamiliar narrative to them. It's about female laborers, which narrative which I wasn't even familiar with when I was growing up. But I'm trying to say that these narratives are recurring theme in current time. It's not about culture-specific past events, but history is something that we can participate in and recreate together. It's about current time. So I brought play as a method to approach history, because play to me is a quality that the humans have forgotten about, but animals are still playing throughout their life. So I made objects which are inspired from animal zoo, and some of them are directly reminding you of the animal toys, and the other objects were also inspired by kime. Kime is the props they used for shamanic rituals in Jeju Island in Korea. So the performers are invited to interact with these objects. These objects are there during the installation, during the exhibition, as a sculpture, but they are kinds of waiting to be activated by the performers. Apart from 5 acts, I'm showing 2 previous works. One is Ring of Animals, made in 2023. The other is The White Mask, made in 2019. Ring of Animals was inspired by a short novel written by Norwegian novelist Tale Vesas. And in that novel, the boy was constantly imagining he's surrounded by very, very tall ring of animals. And there is a strong sense of the absence and presence, because the audience are encouraged to imagine the body of the animals by looking at the shoes. And the sound functions to encourage audiences to stimulate you to think about these animals in the space, because the sounds that I produced in collaboration with Owen Lois was there in order to remind people of a situation in between animals and human, natural and human worlds. The white mask is probably the one of the most experimental collaboration piece. I got to work with Club Inagal, their experimental music team. We met, and for the first day, we did really intense discussions about how, through art making or through music making, we could become animal, whether it's possible, impossible. But at the end, we got to the point where we think that we are animals after all. Throughout the three pieces I'm showing together in this exhibition, there is actually connected theme about human, animals, and interspecies space, and also like absence and presence, a sacred space and secular space. So probably through that threaded theme, I think I'm trying to inquire what art should be and what art making means to me.